Pile number one viewers, you chose Wesley from The Princess Bride as your pile, as your card. So this is pile number one. Yeah, if you're familiar with this movie, it's one of my favorites. And this is a playing card deck that has some of the characters on it. So that is your card. This is your deck. This is the Angel Tarot that I will be using for you, or better called the Influence of the Angels. And we're going to be looking at a message for the month ahead. We're looking at February 2026. We want to see what the main message and theme is for this month ahead, what to know, what to expect, right? So let's see. What is your message for the month of February 2026? Pile number one, viewers choosing Wesley from The Princess Bride as your card. Let's see. Let's start off with that and then grab the tarot. So we get 3 cards for your reading, February 2026, pile number one, viewers. What is your message for the month ahead? All right, what do we have? 1, 2, and 3. And if I need to look under the deck, I certainly will. But let's start with this first. Whoa, okay. All right, so we have the energy of discernment. It's telling me that in the month ahead, you will have and see true north. You're going to have the discernment to see through situations, people and scenarios, to know what direction to go in next. Something about what you hear, what you see, or what is spoken out loud, okay? You're going to be able to discern the truth from that. So I would say pay attention to things around you, people, the situations that you're in, because I feel like there's hidden messages in that trying to get through to you or bring you clarity. I feel like the universe is going to be using also people, places, and things to get a message across to you, which is going to bring you clarity and discernment where you need it in a given situation, so you can position yourself in the direction of your true north. So I feel like there's a change in direction happening for you in the month ahead, where you might have thought you were going one way, something's going to switch, or there's a switch that's flipping in order to kind of put you on a path, like in a new direction, kind of like a 180. So there's like a 180 taking place for you in the month of February. And the universe is going to be delivering messages. So keep your eyes open, your ears open, be receptive to maybe what comes through. Keep an open mind as well, because it feels like it's information. And that information is going to point you right and true. Okay, so let's see what else has happened. I want to know what it's about, right? Maybe we can find out what this is about. Yeah. Interesting. Chariot energy, right? So this is you definitely moving forward after discerning what it is you need to do or what direction you need to go in. Maybe even in regards to what choices you need to make. This is saying you're in the driver's seat in the month of February, and you have full reign over your situation. So at any given moment, don't be fooled. I want to say, don't be fooled into thinking that you don't have control over the situation in February. You have full sovereignty, full autonomy to choose and go in the direction that you feel led to go in. The Chariot is saying you have the power in your hands to choose how you move forward. After, right, something you learn, something that comes to you and gives you clarity, it's going to help you move forward in the direction of your true north. This could be I'm getting career change, a shift maybe in where you live. This is travel as well. I don't know, for whatever reason I'm getting the vibe of maybe you might be relocating. Maybe relocating for work, possibly. Career moves, lifestyle changes and moves. There's something about you leaving the past behind and discerning that it's time to make a change and go a different way, maybe even go your own way. And it's about taking back control. I love that the Chariot depicts the horses, and they're kind of like opposing forces. They have minds of their own, right? But this is saying you're in the driver's seat to bring yourself into alignment so you can charge ahead confidently in the direction of your choosing. And when the Chariot finally decides what direction he's going in, or what it is that he's pursuing, there's really no looking back. So I feel like you're leaving something in the past and saying enough is enough. I'm moving forward with what I know, and I'm trusting my true north. And that takes a lot of courage and confidence. So I feel like you might be surprising yourself this month, but in a good way, because I don't feel any conflict when it comes to the horses. Sometimes when they're feeling conflicted, they can, I guess, hesitate to go in any direction. But I feel like you know what you're doing this month. You have the discernment, the clarity, the knowing needed to forge ahead properly. And don't be surprised if you take a trip or travel somewhere and it sparks something in you, or shows you something you need to see, maybe inspires you in a new way. This is vehicles, right? Cars, trains, any mode of transportation. So I definitely feel like maybe even a short trip is due, or you might be presented with the opportunity to take a short trip. I would say if that's the case, do so. Allow yourself that small trip or reprieve or time out from your normal routine and schedule. I think there's something that you will learn or find out or discover in doing that that's going to help you with the rest of your journey, because you definitely are on a journey with this card. Okay. And there's some kind of spiritual discernment that you will receive to help you along, especially if you were in a situation where you were stagnant. Well, now it's about moving forward with a choice or a decision, right? Like I said, I don't feel any hesitation here. So I think you're going to know what to do. Two of Wands is definitely a crossroads. It's about decision making. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? And then here we have the discernment card. So you're going to have the discernment to make a choice that's going to honor you in the month of February 2026. And it's this choice that you make is in the direction of your alignment. Chariot does, he has the power in his hands to choose his path, to choose how he wants to navigate moving forward. So you have the two horses here, you have the number 2, the 2 of Wands, and you have the discernment of true north here in this card. I mean, right here, right? There's an N there for north. So I really want to say to you, trust that the way that the universe is delivering messages, signs, synchronicities, downloads, even something you hear, something that's spoken out loud or communicated to you, something that you see, it's going to give you the discernment and clarity that you need to make the choices that honor you in a new path and a new direction. So again, something is shifting and changing in a big, big, big way. Oh yeah. So definitely energy of communication. Written word, spoken word, again, discernment. The sword of truth always gives you clarity, and it reveals things beneath or below the surface of maybe what is said or what is, I guess, conveyed. It's giving me the energy of like being able to read between the lines of a situation. It may have to do with the King of Swords energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly Chariot, even Cancer. So I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but the discernment is coming through in such a way with the King of Swords energy that you won't be able to deny what you know. And it's like the missing piece of information that you needed to make the choice that maybe you were sitting on for a while. So big decisions, changes in your path, it might, I want to say, flip things around for you in a different way, maybe in a way that you weren't even expecting. you might receive some form, like I said, some form of communication. I even want to say research. You could come across some research. You might decide to look something up. And then I feel this energy of like a light bulb going off. And it's like, aha, that's what I needed. That was the missing piece of the puzzle. And then from there, it's like all systems go. So I feel like you're getting a green light in some way in this month. That's going to help you choose, make a choice, navigate your next steps. If you're struggling between two things, maybe past and future, old and new. Maybe between, you know, one job and another, or one location and another. You see what I'm saying? There's something about vacillating back and forth between two things, and then there's a determining factor. And then once you receive that, it's all systems go. So where you were stuck, you're stuck no more. Where you were kind of held up or waiting for something to resolve, this gets resolved in a way that's honoring your truth, honoring what you need, helping you feel clear and confident about your next steps. And then you're moving forward with a determination and clarity that maybe you didn't have previously. And I feel a sense of liberation that comes from that. So get ready to feel free in some way. And empowered also at the same time. I want to see what's underneath the surface as maybe underlying energy or something you might not be aware of quite yet. Again, because the card is hidden, right? Not that it's not going to get revealed, but it will eventually. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, so lots of air energy, right? And then the Knight of Swords is also about movement. So more energy of movement. I feel like the Knight of Swords is saying, yeah, I have the information. The information is coming. What I need to help me decide or choose my path forward. Whether that's in love, whether that's in career, whether that's in, where you live. Something about life and lifestyle is switching and changing. It feels like information, moving forward with that information once you receive it. So I feel like also somebody could be delivering this to you. It could be that someone communicates something to you or delivers a message to you, or I don't know, I feel like it's coming towards you. Whatever this is coming towards you. And then it gives you the ammunition that you need over here to make your choice, choose your path, move forward with courage and confidence in a way that once you do, you can't be talked out of it. So you might find yourself very determined, resolute, unmoving and unwavering when it comes to, what you discern, what you decide. And then there's no stopping, I want to say the ball, right? It's like a snowball effect, but in a really good way. Because this is you at the break or the brink of a decision or a pivotal turning point. I even want to say a timeline shift or split. And it's this one thing that comes to your awareness, right? King of Swords, Knight of Swords, like, mental clarity and awareness, right? Truth, information, communication. So it's like once this thing is brought to your awareness, that is literally all you needed to get the ball rolling in a new way. All right, let's see. Yeah, I expect big news is what I'm hearing. Big news to move you forward in the direction of true north, to help you decide. It's going to pivot your path, Two of Wands, and help you move forward in a positive way that's going to be in alignment and true to you. Again, true north is a theme with this card. The discernment that comes when you know what true north is to you. fire, the action, the inspiration, the inspired action, right? An inspiration to light the fire under you, to get you going, to get you moving for sure. Action, right? The inspired, yeah, the action. Once you have the information, it inspires the action. Wait, these aren't read upside down, but we have the self. So yeah, this is about you following the truest knowing and calling of your heart, looking within and trusting your discernment, right? Trusting your discernment, looking within, honoring yourself in every decision that you make, trusting yourself, trusting your heart, and moving forward with it. Yeah, because you're protected and there's something unlocking for you now as a result of that. Something big is unlocking. It's like revealing treasure. Whatever this information or news is, download even, it's revealing some kind of treasure. It's unlocking something or unearthing it. Maybe that was hidden, that you couldn't access or activate. But once it gets activated, once it, is brought into your awareness, it unlocks something within you. And that's literally the missing piece of the puzzle. That's all that was needed to get the ball rolling for you in a new direction. Because your path is pivoting in February, I feel, in a way that maybe you weren't anticipating. But there's something about it feeling a little overdue. Maybe it's just because everything needed to align first, right? Maybe even you needed to look within first before it could be revealed to you. But the feeling is you're ready now. Okay, you're ready now. Oh, yeah, look at that. Triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom, the discernment, right? And joyfully learning life's lessons. So you're ready for whatever this information is that's coming towards you, that's going to shift your journey in a new direction. Also, we have, aren't we entering the year of the horse, Chinese zodiac, right? Chariot has the horses. Knight of Swords also has the horses. And it is a fire horse, actually. A fire horse year that we are entering in February. So this makes sense to me. Big shifts. Things coming to the surface, being revealed to unlock new paths for you. Paths that will place you more in alignment with, purpose or your true path moving forward. All right, final oracle message, and then I have angel numbers I will roll for you. Okay, so we have the energy of dance. Find your heart's rhythm. There you go. Look at that. That's right there, synchronicity, right? It's about listening to your heart, your deepest heart's desires, trusting that calling or that knowing, that discernment in the month of February. So it says, find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Go with the flow, right? Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. So yeah, this is about you following your true north, following your heart, what it's telling you to do, trusting that voice, that inner voice, and letting that lead the way this month. Okay, so let's see what your angel number is to confirm this reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, I roll the dice for angel numbers to help give you kind of like another message. The angel numbers, when they show up, can confirm a lot of times what is already said in the reading, and or provide you with a message you need personally in the moment. I don't give you source to look them up because there's lots online. I say do your research, find a source you trust, and let that be your guide. So let's see what your angel number is for the month of February 2026. We have 7. 7 of the Chariot, right? 8. And 7. So 787 is your number. I will put that in the screen for you, pile number 1 viewers. Go ahead and check out that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some way, let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. And maybe consider joining my channel membership for exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also visit me on Etsy. I have readings there and things that I make by hand, like jewelry and other things. So check me out. Have some fun exploring my shop whenever you get the chance. Much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 2, viewers, you chose Princess Buttercup from the movie Princess Bride. These are playing cards with their images on them. The first pile was Wesley, and this is Princess Buttercup. And then this is your tarot. This is the Tarot of the Divine. I will definitely get to that, but I want to start first with the Vintage Wisdom cards. So let's see. February 2026, pile number 2, viewers, choosing Princess Buttercup from the movie Princess Bride. What is your message for the month ahead? What to know, what to expect, what to be prepared for even. Let's see. What is your message, your theme for the month ahead? What to know? I don't know about you, but I love that movie so much as a kid. Huge fan. I never get tired of it either. All right, let's see. February 2026. And if you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend it because it is so good. February 2026, pile number 2, viewers, choosing Princess Buttercup for your reading. What is your message? And if I need to look underneath the surface or underneath the deck for another message, I will pull the card over. So let's see. Let's see, February 2026. Oh, big changes. Okay, so changes afoot. And there's this feeling of renewal as well because we have the energy of the daffodil. Daffodils are one of the first flowers that emerge in spring, right? So I also feel like that's giving us a timeline. So from February to the springtime, you're going to be undergoing a cycle of change, big changes. And we have the owl in the card as well, which is telling us that whatever changes are occurring for you are wise choices, changes, and directions, right? So it feels like your higher self is in charge of what is happening for you or helping guide you with wisdom through these changes. These changes are meant to bring you a fresh start after maybe even a cycle that was difficult or kind of, I'm getting this energy of hermit mode. I don't know why. Something about you emerging, kind of like a seed is in the soil for a period of time and then emerges after it's been dormant. You know, that's the thing. When a seed is in the soil, there's a lot happening underneath the surface that, eyes can't see. And then eventually the seed breaks through the ground and then you get to see the new life, right? So there's something about new life trying to emerge for you from now, I guess, until the springtime, which is really not that far away depending on where you are in the world. And the life that emerges come spring is it feels like it's going to be completely different for you than what you're experiencing now. And if there was any point in your journey where you did feel like things didn't make sense or weren't moving along, or, you were kind of left in the dark in some way and you couldn't make sense of what you were experiencing, it does feel like there's some light at the end of the tunnel headed your way. And the big changes that are on the way for you are going to reveal what the weight and what the shadow or what the incubation period, like the seed in the soil, was all for. Okay. So we have the 8 of Swords. So I feel like trapped, stuck, right? Maybe not seeing a way out. The Hierophant, which is spiritual enlightenment and discernment. Also learning, higher learning. And the Tower. So you're getting broken out of and freed from a situation. That's interesting because I was getting the vibe of like being in hibernation mode, kind of feeling stuck or cocooned in some way, right? Not being able to see a way out of a situation. And this is telling me that there is positive change happening to get you out of a situation, to break you free and liberate you out of this energy over here with the 8 of Swords. And the wisdom, the discernment, the spiritual alignment, right? Especially with the wise owl there. That's going to help you to navigate this change. It almost feels like, you know, that's priceless. That's what I was getting, the energy of that being priceless. That wisdom, that spiritual kind of knowing is priceless. You can't pay for that. You can't put a price on that. That is going to be the most valuable tool that you have to help you navigate the changes and to give you the wisdom to get out of something that's not working, break you free out of maybe the illusion of what that situation was putting you in, right? To see things for what they truly are. Your spiritual discernment, your spiritual wisdom and know-how and higher self is going to help you see through a situation that you were struggling with, to get you out of it, to break you free from it. And again, that is priceless. It's like this feeling of not being able to put a price on that ability, that gift. The Tower is saying this change is super impactful, but at the same time so needed. Because in order to evolve further, right, to expand further in your journey, your spiritual journey especially, you need this change to happen. It kind of feels like you're a plant that's outgrown its container over here. And it's like your higher self knows that you need further expansion. And it could be that you're in a situation, or have been for quite some time, where you can't really learn more or expand further in that scenario. Could be, you know, in a place or doing a certain thing. And it's like in order to help you expand or help you to spiritually evolve even further beyond what you've already done, you have to be broken out of a certain situation that is kind of holding you back. So I don't know what it is in your journey at this time. Some of you might feel like, you know, you need more. You need more growth. You need to explore or experience more things. And I feel the Tower is coming through to kind of get rid of what's not working anymore. It might happen unexpectedly, suddenly. You might initiate the Tower moment yourself, because we do that sometimes. We say enough is enough, and we break out of situations that no longer work for us. We initiate the change. The Tower is a breakdown to have a breakthrough. So there's a breakthrough moment coming to get you out of a situation with that 8 of Swords where you feel kind of stuck or trapped. And it's because your higher self is like, you know what? I need more. I can't learn any more from this situation. So now it's time for me to, you know, get up out of it, make a change or a shift that's going to help me evolve further in my spiritual journey. Because the Hierophant's always looking to learn and expand in new ways that, you know, in spiritual ways, also in ways that, you know, enlighten this energy within the world it operates in. So you might take up a new field of study. Let's say it could be that you decide, you know what, I'm done with this career path. I'm going to learn something new. For one example, it could be like, oh, I'm done with living in this town. I'm going to move away. And you just make that change because you need something new. And I was feeling the energy of renewal from the daffodil. Thing is that when the Tower energy comes through, to get rid of what's not working. At first, there's dust and all this stuff. And, you know, we don't see the reasons why, or we don't have the why. Why did it happen this way? Okay, what is going to lead to? We don't know those things until after the dust settles. But when it does, you always have clarity as to why it needed to be that way. So big changes are happening for you in February. I don't know if those changes are about, you know, possibly even for some of you relationships, because the Hierophant can talk about marriages. Big shifts and changes in marriages or relationships, maybe relationships to, you know, your job or your location. Some people that are close to you. It's about breaking down it's like seeing things clearly for what they are and for what they aren't. And wiping the slate clean with that Tower energy so you can truly build moving forward on a true foundation that honors you, not a false one built on illusion. So there's something in your situation that maybe isn't working, and you're about to be broken free of it. So that way, everything you build moving forward is truly in alignment with you. Let's see what's underneath the surface. Okay, I love this. That's a 6 of coins. So you're looking, it feels like the situations that are shifting and changing are to bring you more in alignment with reciprocal energies. So for instance, if the place you live in is not aligned with you, if the job that you work at is not aligned with you, if the relationship you're in is not reciprocating, equal energy exchange, then there's something that's going to change in February to clear the way and make space for those things that truly will give back to you as much as you give to them, right? For those things to come in and get rid of those people, places, and things in relationships that aren't reciprocating properly. The 6 and the 6 of coins is all about giving and receiving, right? It's about reciprocity, alignment, harmony, balance. So underneath the surface, this is about bringing you things that are more balanced and in alignment with you. And those things that aren't just make you feel stuck. Okay? And then you get the spiritual enlightenment, the wisdom, the know-how, the information to shake things up, to wake things up in your journey in a positive way that shifts and changes things. Because pile number 2 viewers, you are worthy of things that match your energy in a beautiful way. You're worthy of things that give back to you the same way that you give to them. And you're making a change. There's some kind of change that's happening in your journey. The Tower's showing us that change, and so is the change card, right? Change and transformation is happening for you in February that's going to level you up in your spiritual journey with the Hierophant, I feel. Put you on a path to learn something new, maybe literally. You might be taking up a new field of study in some way, but it changes everything for you too. Taking on a new hobby, and that could also shift your path. But your path is definitely shifting. And it's so that way you meet those that have, right, something that they can share with you. It's not about takers in this next chapter. It's about receiving. And it's also about, I feel this energy of being gifted something. It's your time and your turn to receive. So I want to say to you, don't fear the changes that you might be presented with in February. These are necessary to level you up with the Hierophant energy and get you out of situations that are stuck, stagnant, or not working for you. And help you see people, places, and situations for what they truly are and aren't. So that way, everything moving forward is truly aligned with you. Because I feel like this 8 of Swords is saying there's some things that right now aren't. They're not matching your energy. Oh yeah, see, look at the alignment, right? With the ceremony card. Talk about alignment. Yeah, and this is like the perfect pairing, right? Balance of light and dark. This is alchemy. A pair coming together with something or someone that truly matches you, that reflects you. Water, about trusting your intuition to maybe make the changes that you need as well. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy as well. Hierophant is Taurus. That could be you, someone else. But the Lotus also talks about transformation and transmutation. So you've been working, I feel, on alchemizing and transmuting a lot of things from the past. And it does feel like you're breaking out of a cycle with that Tower energy to promote positive change in ways that are truly meant for you. You might receive a message, and that message might change everything. I'm just saying. It could be downloads, could be phone calls, emails, texts, some form of communication, maybe some form of study or something you research with the Hierophant. You might receive, I don't know, I'm getting vibes of like an application. You might fill out an application, maybe for a new home or a loan, especially with the Six of Coins. A new home. Yeah, home, a loan, a work application, something about paperwork as well. But this opportunity that comes through, trust that when it arrives, it's truly to break you out of what's not working. And it's about trusting your intuition, going with the flow as well with the water energy, and allowing yourself to receive and align with what this is. Sometimes when the Tower energy comes through, it's not to hurt or harm us, okay? At first, it's a little bit of shock to the system because we're like not, oftentimes we're not expecting it, especially if we're not the ones initiating it. Sometimes it's divine intervention though. But trust that it's all working out for the best. It's working towards your good. Even if at first you don't see it. Like I said, you got to give some space to allow for the dust to settle. But once it does, you will be freed of something that wasn't working, and you'll be happy when all is said and done. Because what is changing is needed to make space for this level up in February. Okay. Wow. Okay, so there you go. Talk about achievement. Yeah, you're achieving things this month. Win the award, accolade, or contract. So this change is meant to level you up so you can receive and achieve something that you're meant for. You're aligned. Your energy's aligned. And this is making space for you to receive what this is. This is also something being gifted to you. This could definitely talk about receiving something with the Six of Coins. So you could win the, look, it says you could win the contract. That could be the contract for a job, a new home, acceptance into, a school or something like that. Paperwork, contracts, definitely with the scroll here. Yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure what you're applying for in the month of February, or you might be considering that would require paperwork, but it looks positive. You're gonna get the, whatever this is, you're gonna get it to come through for you. It's gonna all work out for you. Oh, I want to say too, it may look at first like it's not going your way. I'm just saying, but looks are deceiving. You have to keep trusting, okay? Your inner knowing here with these two cards especially. If something looks like it's not going to go as planned, there's more to it than meets the eye. There's a little bit of a hiccup, but it's going to end up working out in the end anyway. Okay, let's see. Oh, whoa. Oh, my. Look at this. 2 cards of change. That's crazy. Plus the Tower. You are transforming. Let go of the past. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. So again, double confirmation that big things are changing for you. Something is happening to shake things up, to get you out of a situation that's just not working anymore. And it's all for your greater good. So you can achieve more, expand in new ways that your current situation isn't really allowing for. Okay, so let's see what your angel number is for this reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. Angel numbers that show up can confirm a lot of what is happening in the card reading, right? Can confirm what is already said in the reading and or provide you with a message that you need personally. I don't give you a source because it could be one you don't like. And there's so many out there on the internet. I say do your research, find a source that you trust, go with that one, let that be your guide, and see what the messages bring to you. So let's see. These numbers, again, just add another layer to the reading. So let's see what your angel number is for February 2026. All right, so that's a 6, 2, 8. So we have 628 as your angel number. I will go ahead and put that in the screen for you. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Consider joining my channel membership for exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also support me further by visiting me on Etsy. Link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. I have readings there that I do for, personal readings. I also have things that I make by hand on my free time as well. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 3, viewers, you chose Fezzik from The Princess Bride. So yeah, this movie is like one of my favorites, and I recently found a deck of playing cards that had the characters on it, so I thought that was pretty cool. So this is what you chose for your reading. This is your deck. This is the Victorian Romantic Tarot, and I will be using that shortly, but first I want to grab a Vintage Wisdom card to see what February, or the theme of February, is all about for you for the month ahead. Let's see. Pile number 3, viewers choosing Fezzik and The Princess Bride as your card. What is your message for the month ahead, February 2026? Let's see. And then I have the Victorian Romantic, which is one of my favorite decks ever. Let me make sure I don't have the whole, I don't have the whole thing upside down. All right. So let's see. Victorian Romantic Tarot for you today. What is your message for the month ahead? What to know, what to expect, maybe what to be prepared for February 2026. Your month ahead. And then I will look underneath the deck once I feel led to, as an underlying message or hidden energy or something yet to be revealed. Okay, so let's see. February 2026. Trust, leadership with the stag, transformation with the butterfly wings, and messages with the birds. So you're stepping into a role of leadership. Things are changing and transforming for you so you can, right? And there's some kind of news or communication that you will receive to assist with it, is what it's saying for the month ahead. Trust yourself, trust the journey, trust the way you're being led, trust the changes that are happening with you, trust the way that Spirit is communicating with you as well. Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, trust the way that Spirit's communicating with you, and then you get the High Priestess, right? She's also number 2 energy, which is all about alignment, union, decision-making, and the inner knowing. So again, I feel like spiritual messages might be coming through to guide and lead the way. There's something about your journey in the month of February that's shifting to level you up. And you're going to have to navigate this new chapter, right, with a lot of trust in yourself and your your own inner knowing and guidance. Because I also feel that the universe is kind of using your intuition to tug at you in a new way, in a new direction. To tug at you to make changes, to prompt you. Something about your inner priestess or hierophant. Something about your spiritual prowess being fully activated and online in February. That's interesting, but let's see. Okay, because a cycle's coming to a close. The end of a difficult period. Something about the weight of everything just falling off your shoulders. And you're stepping into trust like you never were able to before. So it's like saying, there's this feeling of like higher self knows. My inner being knows. All is well. I don't have to carry this alone, is the feeling. You can let it go. Something about you letting something go. Laying down the yoke. And in the laying down of the yoke and saying, you know what, I'm not going to carry this around anymore, because it's, for one, it's not yours to carry, the feeling is. You could be in a challenging situation. You could be overworked, overwhelmed. You could be literally carrying a lot on your plate. And then it gets to a point where you're like, you know what? I don't have to carry this by myself. I don't have to do this. I don't have to continue this way. And then like laying down the yoke of whatever it is you've been carrying and saying no more and trusting yourself to navigate. It feels like navigate your next steps once you let this go. Because change, there's something about change, you know, sometimes when we struggle to make a change, it feels heavy. The reason why we feel weighed down is because we know we need to make the change, but a lot of times we don't know how we're going to do it. And this is where it's going to take a lot of your trust, to trust yourself, to make the change, to let go of what's not working. Because this is a 10. This is saying this is the end and close of a cycle. And after the 10, you go back to a 1. So it's like a brand new beginning is trying to emerge. But you can't carry around the past that's been weighing you down, or the things that aren't working. You can't carry them around into this new chapter that you're going into. Because you are transforming like this butterfly. You are stepping out of a cocoon or a holding space that you've been in for a while. But in that holding space, yeah, you've been leveling up spiritually. You've been learning, you've been growing, you've been getting in touch and trusting your intuition that much more than you ever have before. Again, your spiritual prowess has been activated during this time. But now you're ready to emerge. And in order to emerge fully, you got to like drop what's been weighing you down. Right? It's weird because in the other reading, I got the vibe of like being a plant where you've outgrown the container. Like, you know, you're a potted plant, let's say. And it gets to a point where the plant outgrows its container. And it needs transplanted into a new pot, a bigger pot, in order for it to grow and expand further, right? So this is kind of that vibe too, in a way. The thing is that you're going to have to trust yourself to make the change, to transplant yourself into a new pot. And sometimes we get comfortable with where we are, but if where you are is in any situation, could be work, could be love, could be location, could be your home. But in order to uproot yourself and transplant yourself into a new pot, it takes a lot of self-trust. And this is where the High Priestess comes in, trusting her own inner GPS system, allowing that inner compass to be her guide, right? That's where that comes in. Also, the energy of trust is like, you also have to trust the universe, right? To assist you as you emerge into this new energy while letting go of the old that's not working anymore. Because you're getting new wings so you can spread your wings and fly in new directions, in new ways. Again, you're leveling up. There's energy of leadership here in the card with the stag. But something's being let go in the process of that level up. Interesting. I said endings bring beginnings, right? You go from a 10 to a 1. I said that. And here you have an ace, which is a 1. So yeah, you have a new beginning that's trying to come through right here. This is clarity, insight. Sometimes it's a new beginning that is kind of uncomfortable too, let's be honest. Especially with the 10 of Wands here. But it's about trusting the process. So February is a month where you're going to have to trust yourself, uproot yourself where you need to in new ways. Because in the doing so, it feels like you have so much more to gain. We have the Sword of Truth and the Ace of Swords, which also cuts things away, severs things, clears the path, helps you see clarity with clarity and truth. So also communication, right? So you could get news, like with the birds I was saying, right? Communication, truth that gets revealed to kind of like clear the path, pave the way, and open your eyes and awareness to something you weren't seeing before. But it's in receiving that awareness or that knowing or that insight that helps you to lay down the yoke, the weight or the burden of what you've been carrying unnecessarily, it feels like, or the weight of your situation that maybe hasn't been working in whatever area of life that could be. It could be, especially with the 10 of Wands, a job that has just been draining you of your energy. And then it's like trusting your inner knowing, your inner voice with the High Priestess and the Trust card to, you know, say enough is enough. For some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you quit a job in February. And trust yourself to make a move in a new direction because it's more self-honoring. We do have a new beginning trying to open up to you. But in order to receive that new beginning, it's going to require you let something go. And you be steadfast, determined, and resolute in your actions, in your words, in your deeds with the Ace of Swords, and follow through. Because it's like once you see it with this energy, especially with these two cards, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you know it, you can't unknow it. And I feel like your intuition knows before you receive the news. It's like this feeling of, you know, you get the news, you get the call, you get the email or something. You know what I mean? You get the tea. And over here, it's like, damn it, I freaking knew it. I knew it. I knew this shit. Damn it, I knew it. And then here's the proof of what your intuition knew. You see what I mean? And then what it does, it's like, okay, that's enough. That's all I needed. That's all the proof I needed to say enough. I'm done. I'm laying it down. I'm not doing that no more. You see what I mean? The thing is that this Trust card is saying to me, trust that whatever comes through to clarify and verify your own intuition and knowing is working out for your good and your best. Trust that whatever information, news, clarity, aha, or I knew it that comes through in February, trust that it's happening for the right reasons. It's happening to help change something for you, to level you up into a position of self-empowerment maybe, or leadership, autonomy. To transform a situation that's been kind of weighing you down. To kind of lift the weight off your shoulders. I feel in a way this is good news. It's going to confirm something you already know. And you were just waiting for it to come through, to show itself. So I feel like asking, is there something you've been, you had a hunch about? If you've had a hunch about something, the evidence, the information, the confirmation, the clarity that you needed to confirm what your inner being already knew is on its way in February. Likewise, if you're prompted to make a change, you're really going to have to trust your gut. To let go of what's not working, to pave a way for yourself in a new direction, because a new beginning is trying to enter. But it requires that you let something go first and trust yourself to do it. Underneath the surface, let's see. Yeah, again, more intuition, right? With the moon, more intuitive energy. And oftentimes we're walking by the light of the moon. We don't have all the answers. We don't, see things 100% clearly. But something is coming through in February to give you the clarity that you need with this Ace of Swords. Underneath the surface, we're having to trust and navigate in the dark in some ways. But I feel the Ace of Swords is bringing a breakthrough, clearing a path, helping something be brought into your awareness that was needed. Really, really needed. But it's about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and the way that Spirit is nudging you. You're being nudged in some way. Pay attention to your dreams, especially with the moon energy and the High Priestess together. You might receive a message in your dream state. You might receive a download or some kind of intuitive hit or knowing. And these are big messages trying to come your way to help you close out a chapter with the Ten of Wands that's been lingering for some time. To get you out of a situation, I feel like, to forge a new direction. Trust what's happening for you. Even if it seems unclear at first, there is something going on underneath the surface. And your intuition, your inner knowing might be picking up on the vibe. That something's afoot, right? I feel like you're picking up on the energy before you have the evidence for it. And that's why the trust is here. Because it's saying, whatever you have a vibe about, whatever you're like, I feel like this or that, right? Like sometimes you just have a knowing. The trust card is here to say, yeah, trust that. There's a reason why you're picking up on that ahead of time. It's like your body already knows something, but your body is picking up on the energy, the vibe, the frequency, but your reality hasn't reflected it back yet. But this Ace of Swords is when it does. And it will. Like I said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I don't know if this is news, confirmation that you've been seeking, or you have a feeling about something you know, deep within you, and you just, again, don't have the evidence for it in your physical reality yet, but I feel like that's coming. And then when you do, there's such a relief, right? A weight comes off your shoulders the minute you know the truth. Okay? And there's a sense of huge sense of relief, a sigh of relief in that. So yeah, expect a huge sigh of relief, a big exhale. Finally, the confirmation of something you've known deep down for a very long time gets confirmed to you in February. Continue to trust the nudges, the knowing, the insights that you get within, even if you don't have the evidence for them physically in your external world. Because something huge is getting confirmed to you in February. Okay, look at that. More energy of intuition. My goodness. All right, let's see. Yeah. I mean, how much more confirmation do we need? Your luck is changing. Okay. Positivity. Things are turning around for the better. Even if right now they don't seem to be, I think your body and your spirit is going to be like picking up on this before it hits, right? Before it hits, before it lands, before it reveals itself. Something about a change or a turn of luck where it brings relief. I feel like a lucky break or breakthrough with the Ace of Swords and the luck card. Okay, it's going to be a big exhale, a big sigh of relief. It's this feeling of finally. Oh yeah. It's just a matter of time, divine timing. And everything's landing right when it should. No sooner, no later. You're right on time. You didn't miss out on anything. This is happening exactly when it needs to for you. This information, this knowing, this confirmation is coming through at the precise time it needed to. And look, the moon and the sun is showing me that the reveal is fully aligned. Perfect alignment with what you need when you need it. I feel like this is a surprise, something you weren't expecting. Well, maybe you were internally, like it feels like you knew it all along, but I feel like it's still going to surprise you. Because there's this feeling of otherworldliness, like how in the world is this possible? Like you can't make it up. That's the kind of feeling this is giving me. Hold on, before I grab final oracle message, let's grab one of these making magic cards. And I say otherworldly because of the moon and the high priestess. Something is shifting and turning around for you in a positive way with the luck card. Luck is on your side, but is it really luck? Like that's the thing. It feels like orchestration, divine orchestration happening for you. And you just have to trust that inner gut knowing that has been nagging at you, right? All this time. Because there's something getting revealed with the Ace of Swords. It always delivers the truth. Reveals what was hidden. The moon can talk about things hidden. And this card was under the surface. So again, there's a hidden element. There's more to the situation than meets the eye. And you have to trust. What was hidden with the moon gets revealed with the Ace of Swords. Okay? And this is positive. It's going to bring you a sigh of relief with this change of luck. Wow. Prosperity. So a prosperous business with riches and success. So again, like I said, if you were thinking about making a career change, you know, you're going to have to trust yourself to make that change, to uproot yourself, whatever it could be. But whatever it is that you're letting go and trusting yourself to do, or if you were waiting on some information to confirm what your inner knowing already knows, you're going to receive it in February, in this, this month. But it's all gonna work out for good, because you have prosperity and a turn of luck coming your way in a big way. And all you need is the physical alignment of it at the right time, at the right place, and it's all systems go. From there, it's like this feeling of ta-da, right? It's like the big curtain reveal is what I'm getting with that. Drum roll, please, right? Right? And next thing you know, you see what's behind the curtain. Here's the curtain, and then here's the reveal. And it's like when you finally see what's behind the curtain, there's this sigh of relief. So I want to say to you throughout the month of February, please, until this gets revealed to you, trust. Stay positive. There's a positive outcome to all of this. There's so much more than meets the eye. Trust your intuition to make the changes, to let things go, to make the shifts where you need to or where you feel led to. And it's funny because I feel like your internal knowing is already going to know what to do. It's like you already know what to do. Deep down, you already know. If there's something that you know you need to do but haven't done it yet, the feeling is, if that's the case, you already know. But a part of you is still waiting on outside confirmation before you actually take the leap or make the change. The thing is, it feels like you don't need that outside confirmation to act upon what it is that you need to change, switch up, let go. I feel like if anything, you're going to internally make the choice, and then the outside world is just going to confirm to you what you already know. Again, the big aha, I knew it. But it's no matter what the case is, whether you make the choice before getting the confirmation or you make the choice after you get the confirmation, either way, the result is the same. So whether you get ahead of it or you wait till you receive it, either way, the result is the same. Something is shifting and changing, transforming for you to level you up in a positive, prosperous way. There's a breakthrough, a change of luck, a lucky breakthrough for some of you, in a way that's going to confirm what you already knew deep down inside. And it's going to help you let go of a situation, a cycle that maybe it hasn't been working for some time. And shift you out of a situation that is feels long overdue. I feel like that big sigh of relief. Being able to breathe again. You have 1, 2, 3 cards of intuition. Then you have the trust. Luck is on your side. Prosperity is trying to flow in with this card. Let me not mix them up. A difficult, challenging cycle is coming to a close. I feel it's to bring you more prosperity, success, wealth, a shift in your money abundance even, but let's see. No way. Anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. So again, it's the expectant energy that your intuition, your body was already feeling, right? your intuition is already anticipating this. And I was already getting that vibe from the beginning. I feel like your intuition, your inner knowing already felt this coming. That is literally anticipation. Something wonderful is happening for you. Something prosperous, lucky breaks, breakthroughs to get you out of a challenging cycle. And the divine timing of it all, okay? The timing couldn't be more perfect, is happening for you. The shift, the change, the letting go of the old cycle to open up something new is happening for you. This is a blessing. We see that with the prosperity card. We see that with the luck card. And then the dragonfly also symbolizes change. All right, so let's get some angel numbers using the dice. If you're not familiar with my channel, I roll the dice for angel numbers. Angel numbers, when they show up, can confirm what is already said in the reading. That's how the magic works a lot of times. It confirms what I've already said in the reading, and it could bring you a message you need personally in the moment. I don't give you source to look up the numbers because it could be one you don't like. I never want to imply there's a better source on the internet than another because there's many out there. So what I say is do your research, find a source that you trust and speaks to your heart. Let that be your guide. Okay, so I hope this angel number helps you and brings you the messages you need, because I kind of see them as like an added layer, right, of messages to the reading. So let's see. What is your angel number for this reading, February 2026, pile number 3 viewers? We have an 8, 0, and a 6. So 806 is your angel number. I will put that in the screen for you. See what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some wonderful way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe. To support my channel, consider joining my channel membership for exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also support me further by visiting me on Etsy. Link to my Etsy store is down below. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, amongst other things that I create by hand, including personal readings. When I have the chance, I will post them when I have the availability. So with that said, I will leave you here. I wish you a beautiful month ahead. Take care and always keep shining.